Okay, we're going to go over problems on the board. Okay, what are we doing today?
Wait, is it recording us?
Yes, today we are going over questions and what the quiz is going to be about tomorrow. You guys pick the questions. I'm just going over them with you. Tomorrow, some of you have a different quiz than others. So, the first question on the review, you guys want me to do was, this one here. The first question you want me to do is this. Number one, we have four, hey guys, 4a to the third power times 2x to the 1/4 power in parentheses. And then in the other parentheses we have 5a to the 1/3 power times 6x to the 1/4 power. And this question is shown up on a couple sheets. What I need to do is find my like terms and underline them. So they all go together. And put those in a parentheses in a grouping for just numbers. Okay. Then I have to go ahead and group my other numbers. Make sure you're writing this down in your notebook. Okay, you don't need any laptops open unless you have your calculator on there. That's all you need, your calculator. The other like term is we have an A and we have an A. So we want to group those together. A to the third power and A to the 1/3 power. My other like term are my x's. I'm going to put those together. So my first x is x to the 1/4. And then we have another x to the 1/4. X to the 1/4 on that one. So we grouped our numbers all together. That is an A. They're all A's. In the red. So that's an A. And that's an A. Okay, so we grouped all the letters together. We're the same. We grouped all the numbers together. And the different letters are separated. So we have the A's, we have the X's. Next step is to go ahead and multiply all those numbers. So I multiply it. Don't get the computers up, calculators ready to go. You can always shout out the answer to me. 4 times 2 is 8. Times 5 is 40. Times 6 is 240. Okay? Now we can take a look at the letters. What am I doing with the letters? A to the 2/3 power plus 1/3 power. I add those two exponents together because those are the same base. You add those exponents together. The other one is x. 1/4 plus 1/4. So you add the exponents together, where here you multiply. And then I do the next step. And you add those two together, so it's a to the 3/3 power. You can put it into your calculator, and it'll give it to you as a fraction. Or remember that when you add fractions together, the denominator stays the same. You just add the numbers on top. 3/3. And then I have x. 1/4 plus 1/4 is 2/4. Okay, 2/4. And I can reduce these fractions. So I end up getting 240. 3/3 is just actually 1. I couldn't put the 1 there, but anything in the first column that doesn't change. So it's just extra numbers to put there. So I really don't need to put the 1 there. The x fourths reduces to 1/2. So your answer is x to the 1/2 power. Okay, so this would be my final answer. Okay? Okay, so if you notice in scientific notation, the decimal point has to be between the first and the second number, right? Right? So I need to move it one time to the left. When I do that, I need to add 1 to this number. If I move it one time to the left, I have to add 1 up there, so my final answer becomes to the 22nd power. And just to make a little bit smaller number, I would just write 1.38 times 10 to the 22nd power. So you're doing these scientific notation problems, make sure that you multiply the exponent on the outside and just bring this in to the third power. Okay? And then at the end, if I have to move the decimal point to the left once, I have to add 1 to the number. Over. So when you have this problem, we have the same letter, right? Same base letter. So this becomes A. And what do I do with the exponent? I add them. So it's -8 plus -5. Okay? Make sure you add them. A lot of you guys did this before, and you did it correctly, and you ended up with -13. But I'm not done. I need to do how many more steps? 4. The last 4 things we got to do, right? Okay, there's 4 steps to do. We need to change that exponent to a positive 13, right? So if it's up on top, put 1 on top. Okay? So you take the numbers on the upstairs and I move it downstairs so it's positive. And when I move the number with the exponent, I need to replace it with the 1. So we start with the exponents here. We add them together. If we end up with a negative exponent, we have to move it to be positive, replace it with the 1, and that's my final answer. So what am I supposed to do with the exponent on the outside? Multiply. So it becomes t to the -12 power, t to the -6 power. Since my letters are the same, it ends up being t to the -18th power.
What if it's a different number? Different letter.
Okay? As long as letters are the same, you can do that. If they're different, that would be your final answer. Or just do one or the other. But here we got 2 the same. So it becomes, it's like the other left, I got to move it down. That becomes 18. Move it down and you replace it with a 1. Okay, so the fifth problem, the base numbers are the same, so what do? Keep them the same, right? The exponents, I just add them together. So that turns into 9 to the 7th power. And then in your calculator, if you put 9 to the 7th power. So if we had that problem in your calculator, the one I have on my site, you can go to and put in 9. You're hitting this button right here. And then you're putting the AB power button. And then you're going to put it to the 7th power. And that would be your answer for your problem. Right there. So 9 to the 7th power raised is that total number.
What is it?
9 to the 7th power is your answer, but that in the calculator is,
4.
that's a little thick. What's that? Honestly, right? You should get 4, 7, 8, 2, 9, 6, 9. Okay? 4,782,969. So that would be your final answer.
You hear Michelle's little voices.
Again, we have a 2 on the outside. This 2 tells me to do what? Multiply this 2 with that number and bring it over to the power over there. So I'm going to rewrite this as 3 to the second power b, multiply those 2 numbers. And then again, with this number here, we got a 3, multiply it with that 4, and multiply with that 3. And we end up getting a to the 9th power, or b to the 12th. I just wrote the numbers down this time. I didn't show you what I was doing. Okay, you can do it that way. Take 3 times 3 is like 9. 4 times 3 is 12. You can do that instead of showing it. And next up, 3 squared would be 9. And I have my b. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. 8 to the 9th power, b to the 12th. The next thing I got to do is look at my, what's that? I know, right here is the 9. Okay, so I have to line up my like terms. So when I do that, it becomes 9. I'm going to put the 8 first.
That's 8 for the sun.
And then I'm going to take b, negative 4 plus negative 12. My last step is I need to add those numbers together. And my final answer will be 9 a b to the 8th power. Raise this a little bit, kind of from the line. 9a b to the 8th power. So what I want you to do now to the end of the period, I want you to look at this section on my site. Here are sites that you can click into to practice your exponents, scientific notation, the things that we've covered so far. Your quiz is going to be over. So I want you to go in and click in every one of those, and I want you to do 10 problems. I want you to get done with 5 before you leave. We will check you off, and you get 5 and get the full credit for tomorrow. I want you to practice 10 problems from now until tomorrow, but I want you to get done with 5 before you leave.